Oh, COVID pandemic. Well, that's a good one. It's actually made more people need help. It's not just financially, it's also mentally, physically. People are struggling because they don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, and not knowing sometimes is the worst. And for somebody who has anxiety or depression, the not knowing is what's going to push them over. So just going there and not caring who they are or what they're doing, and just saying, hey, what do you need? Sometimes just listening to them helps them to get that off their chest. I find during COVID our numbers are higher. We're helping more people, but I also find more people we help are crying. They're just so not knowing what tomorrow's going to bring. They don't know where to turn. They don't know, is things going to be different? Am I going to be in lockdown? Am I going to get sick? They don't know. Am I going to have food tomorrow? They don't know. Like Chatham is good and there's so much out there, but when people really need the help, sometimes they don't know where to look. And people that are used to getting the help, they know where to get it. I want to reach the ones that don't know where to get it, so that they are the ones that we can reach out to say, tomorrow's okay. Take one. FreeHelp CK started a year ago. But I started doing this many years ago. I think FreeHelp CK come in because I was in Chatham all the time and we needed a hub in town for everybody to know where to get the help, because we have so much in this community to offer that I wanted to be that hub that tell everyone where we can give them the help they need. So whether it's resumes or someone just to cry with, food, doesn't matter. We wanted just to give everyone hope, to know someone cared. Even if you're all alone, we care about you.
There was a post on their Facebook page that talked about needing somebody to help out with social media, and I knew that was something my daughter did. And so that led into her doing a summer worth of co-op and work for FreeHelp CK, and that kind of evolved into me becoming more involved. Actually, it started back in June when we did a drive-up prom for the grade 12 grads, and we helped out with that, and it just kind of evolved into what I do with them today.
What did you guys make?
What's that?
On Tuesday, what did you guys make?
We did peanut butter and jam.
Yep.
Some egg salad.
So once the sandwiches are started, we started at 50 people, and we are now at 300 a week. And that number will just grow over the years because there's just such a need for it. And some of these people don't need a meal, they just need us to visit them. And I'm okay with that. Because they're like family, some of them. Some of them are in their 70s living in motels. And that's all they can afford because rent is so high. So for me, I think even going to them, it gives them hope, right? There's hope that there's somebody who's going to check on them, even though they're in a motel. And we do have people that move from the street to a motel to an apartment, and we help to furnish their whole apartment. It's not new, but to them it is.
First half of 2020 was a complete nightmare for me. I was living at home in Ridgetown with my parents, and lost them both back to back within a month of each other. And the house that I was living at, which was the house I grew up in, it had to be sold. And I ended up here in Chatham at the beginning of May, and the first 2 weeks living here in Chatham were an absolute nightmare. I was in a situation that was not good, and that led me to the homeless shelter, where I spent 2 weeks there. And they were able to find me a really, really nice place to live in, and spent the summer here doing a lot better. I got involved with a really wonderful church here. And then in the fall of that year, my friend Dion suggested that I help volunteer with FreeHelp. I said, yeah, why not? Sounds like it would be a good time. And I got to meet Jerry. And I've never looked back since. I've been there through the fall, and it's been a really wonderful experience for me. I made a lot of good friends doing this, and it's just been absolutely incredible.
I lived in Stony Point, and since 2009, when I first started doing this out of my garage, I think Chatham was because I belonged to a church in Chatham, and I was in town every day volunteering at that church. So I seen how many people use that food, the soup kitchen, and some people who couldn't use it, there was nothing for them. So it become, well, I guess we need to go to them. We need to show them that we care, even if they can't come to us. So we went to them, and it just exploded.
I need their help, they need my help, and
Yep.
we work together.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good.
Yes, Gus? You've come a long way. For sure.
Well,
In a very short time.
Yes, you have. See? Community working together,
It's
right?
been, what, under a year?
Yep.
Or no, maybe,
Remember,
no,
we're almost
actually it's been
homeless.
over a year.
Yep.
Because when I first met you guys, I was staying out at the Colonial Motel.
Yep. And then you were almost not going to be there.
Yeah.
And bingo!
And then ended up here.
And furniture, your own place. And now you help us.
Well, I'm glad you guys helped me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
And so does everybody else in here.
I know.
What's needed? I think people need everything. In Chatham alone, you know, we have a lot of resources in Chatham, but we need a connection. We need a hub. We need something where people can just stop in and say, you know, like, hey, I need help. Can you guide me in the right direction? Or just sit down and have a coffee, or, you know, something to drink, or maybe get a hat or scarf or some food. I think my goal would be somewhere for people just to come, for no matter what it is. Like, we do the back to school program, we do free prom, dresses.
Being in the kitchen's a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughter that happens in there. It's nothing too strenuous. It's very easy work to do, and I think what I love most about it is working with the people that I'm working with. Just a lot of really great people, Christian people as well. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, preparing meals for those who are homeless or just in need of some help is really an awesome thing to do, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Feeding people, well, let's see, that starts probably on the Monday. So because we feed so many people a week, our process starts on Monday, planning what we're going to give. I believe that we need to have something warm in their bellies, and a sandwich, and then a dessert, right? You want a full meal. So Tuesdays we feed people that live in the motels, and there is some other seniors that we feed, because we feed them twice a week. So our process in the kitchen is we have a lot of volunteers that come in, prepare all the meals, put them all in nice little bags. We do try to give them little inspirational notes, always something for dessert in them. Sometimes the bags are really full, but you know what? The more in the bag shows how much care and love goes into making those meals. So it's not just putting it all together and putting it at the door. It needs to look nice, be presented nice, because they are getting, you know, something given to them. I don't want them to feel like it's just a handout. I want them to feel the love that went into making it for them. So we do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do a lot of seniors and families that are struggling. They're working, or maybe they're not right now because of COVID, but they need that little bit of extra. And it's taken over a year for us to get where these people are waiting for us. So when we get there, they're looking out the window waiting for that meal that day. Most of them isn't about the meal. It's about somebody cares, right? We're going to them to bring them something. So the more you get to know them, the more they open up to you, and you become family to them.
Wonderful. You're wonderful.
And I know you enjoyed your turkey dinner.
Oh, we had 2 meals out of it each,
Wow.
It was just,
Well, it's a lot to cook a big meal when it's just by yourself.
it was so good.
Well, that our cook will love to hear, because we're doing one for Christmas Eve too.
Okay.
Christmas, my goal is 500 and no more. But that's for Christmas Eve. But that just gives them something. Because what if they have no kids around here? Or what if they have nobody? They wouldn't have a Christmas, especially if they're senior by themselves. We're going to give them that so that they do have a Christmas and they know that someone is thinking about them. So we make sure we do it on Christmas Eve, and this is our 3rd year doing this. And we do it because it's not about Santa or anything like that. It's about Jesus, right? There's a reason for the season. To me, bringing them that meal just lets them know that somebody is thinking about them.
I had an absolute blast doing the Christmas dinner. I have never seen so much turkey in all my life. It was just really exciting to be a part of this, and making sure that those that were alone, whether it's they don't have anybody or because of the virus they don't get to see family, making sure that they get something to eat and to know that somebody cares about them was just so uplifting to be a part of. Being in the kitchen, there was a lot of food in there, I'll tell you that. And yeah, I got to eat quite a bit of it too. We all did. And yeah, just a great experience. And at one point at the church, we had a gentleman come in with an accordion, and he played some Christmas carols for us while we were preparing the meals, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they do right over there.
You're sure? You're sure that's it?
Yeah. We got super cut off. We got so the rest is more of the stuff that
In January of 2021, FreeHelp was selected to be that month's Handy Brothers Heroes video, and that was an awesome experience. They donated $1,000 to go towards groceries, and Mitch and the gang from Handy Brothers came in to help out. And we had Greg Hetherington from the radio come in to do an interview with Jerry as well.
Walk me through the list. So how do you get on the list for FreeHelp CK?
It's usually a referral, or they can call in themselves. We have social workers, we have BONs, we have the Women's Center, Family Service. So all of them will send us an email and say, hey, can we help this person?
Right.
So we'll go meet them, get their birth dates, get the information we need. The only reason for the birthday is on their birthday we bring them cupcake.
Oh.
So we like to do something for
Right.
their birthdays.
They took us to Mercados and Food Basics to buy food that we could use to prepare for all the meals that we do twice a week. That was just so cool that we were nominated for that. And it was great to see that it's not just FreeHelp that's helping out in the Chatham community, that there's a lot of other organizations out here that really want to help out and make a difference, whether it's providing people with food, clothing, whatever it happens to be.
So today is a special day because
Yeah.
the Handy Bros Heroes are here to save the day.
They are again.
They just went shopping and they spent $1,000 for you guys to get some more food.
That is, I have no words. It's just amazing that We have a great community.
Seeing the excitement on Jerry's face throughout all this was something that I'll never forget. She has worked so hard to build this organization to where it is today. Not once do you ever hear Jerry complain about anything. She's always willing to help out whoever needs it with whatever it is that they need. But it's her passion for the Lord is just, it's contagious. And she never takes the credit for herself. She always gives it to the glory of the Lord. And that is something that is so amazing about her.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, action.
Thumbs up, quick.
Sorry,
Put it away.
I was still tying the
Okay,
bread.
tell us when. All right, 1, 2, 3. You guys are not good at thumbs up. Wow. Just kidding. Just kidding, it's beautiful. That's hilarious.
I do this because I love it. I love being able to make people feel like somebody cares when they're all alone. Because we don't know what it's like to be alone. And to these people, us bringing them a food or bringing them a smile, that means a lot to them. Or just being there, right? Sometimes just bringing them a lunch. They may not need that lunch, but they want that one-on-one because nobody bothers with them, right? They might come from a family where, you know, they don't have family. They fostered out, say, and they don't have anyone. So we are that connection to knowing what family is about. And growing, I don't know, showing them love, showing them that it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what color your skin is, how much you make. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters is what's inside of you. And to show them that Jesus loves everyone is a big thing.
Part of the reason that I do it is because I enjoy going out on Tuesdays and Thursdays and meeting the people that we deliver to and encouraging them and seeing the smile it puts on somebody's face or taking a minute to talk with somebody who's had a rough week. Those are some of the reasons I do it, just to give back to people.
The difference in them, going from nowhere to somewhere, you just see their light shine and you know things are going to change in their life. And that's a big thing. There's so much mental illness too that it's got such a stigma to it. A lot of people think that, oh, mental illness, oh, they're on drugs, or they're drunk, or they're whatever. But it isn't. A lot of times it's mental illness and they just can't cope with today. So they don't need, you know, people putting them in this category of I'm judging this person or, you know, oh, there's just something wrong with them. They just need to know that they're okay and there's help for them. And we're not going to judge who they are. If you need a meal, that's great. You need a coat, that's great. You need gloves, that's great. You just want to come in and have a seat and talk with us, that's okay too. It's whatever you need. I don't think I ever want someone to come in and feel like I'm dirty or, you know, I'm not good enough to be here. I want them to feel like they're as welcome here as my neighbor would be or my kids would be. I don't think I'd ever want someone to feel out of place because that wouldn't be good to me.
Like so many others, I struggle with depression and anxiety as well. It's a really brutal thing to go through. What can be the most challenging thing about it is that stigma that's still out there. And what a lot of people don't understand is what the mental illness can do to you. It's not just mental, it's also physical. And even though there's been so much research done with it over the years, it's still, I don't want to say it's not good enough, but that's the only way to put it. There are so many people that don't know what it's like, especially if you've never experienced it yourself or seen a loved one go through it. There's times where we feel like we walk alone. But the great thing about FreeHelp is I've been put into a position where I see it with other people, whether we're out there delivering or even seeing some people come into the kitchen to grab food. When I look at them, it's not from that judgmental point of view. I look at them now and it's like, I get it. I understand.
It's impacted my life by making me more aware making me more aware of the needs in our community, and also making me more aware of how generous people are in Chatham, Kent. It's been really exciting to watch and get to be a part of.
I have very good faith. I believe that we all should have something to believe in, and why wouldn't we believe in Jesus? Like, you know, if you ask for something, you pray.
When it comes to my faith or what I believe, it talks about giving back to people and giving to less fortunate. By giving my time and my energy back to people, it's being God's hands and feet extended, and I think that's important.
What gets me through my depression and anxiety is my faith and trust in the Lord. That's something that I hold very important, very near and dear to my heart.
Our goal now with this is I would like to do the outskirts. So we do get referrals for people Blenheim, Dresden, and our goal is to get volunteers. We'll make it, and you pick it up and deliver it.
Gotcha.
So that's our next goal.
Okay, you have a website, right?
We have a website, we have a page, and we also have a group that's called Pay It Forward FreeHelp, which has over 6,500 people. It's a free site, so if you have something you need, like a bed,
Yeah.
you can ask. If you need it, you can ask.
Okay.
So we've actually got people washers, dryers. We've set up people. Our Tuesday transition day is from street to apartment.
Right.
And we've got them completely set up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are rocking it, and this is a grassroots group that. Do you have a what do you call it? A charitable number?
No, it's in the process.
Okay.
That's our next step. So we're working on that, but with COVID, it's taking longer to get it.
Right.
But that's our next big step.
Well, I'm seeing what you're doing here, and it's incredible.
That's pretty well it.
Yay.
Oh no, it wasn't recording.
Don't say
I'm
that.
just kidding.
Right?
I'm really comfortable being around the other volunteers, and I don't think I'm too annoying. At least, I hope not.
You know that Trevor? What a pain. Doesn't he just drive you crazy? Oh, wait, he's here! Oops.